Samira, who owns this castle you show me? Camilla. So, this is Styria.
Was this a useful thing?
Extremely. You have my thanks.
Take the mirror. It's yours.
You would give me such a valuable thing as a gift?
I would. I have a feeling you haven't received many gifts in your life, and it pleases me to improve that balance. Also, I fully expect to go to hell one day, and that would be a situation where I would be glad to be owed a favor by a forge master.
We shall find a ship.
We will have no truck with mystics or demons. You will get out of the city right now, or face the consequences.
I intend to. I am walking to the port to find a ship right now.
No, you will leave the city.
Yes, by boat.
One more word and you will die, and then you're monsters. Move!
I was spoiled by a single act of kindness in this city. And so I attempted to be reasonable, honest, and peaceful. This was against my better nature. It was stupid to expect anything other than hate from you. I keep making the same mistake. I should know better. I don't need any of these bodies for forging. You may eat.
Bored. Hurry your asses up. I'm bored and I want to be going somewhere. Even though we're sailing somewhere old and visited often and boring, at least we'll be sailing somewhere.
My friends and I need a ship to take us to Genoa.
Well, this is my ship right here.
Then perhaps we'll take this one.
You could. You surely could. I see all your sharp-toothed little friends, and I've been afloat long enough to know what they are.
Then why are you still talking to me?
Because I'm interested, and I like to do business. And you tell me you need a ship.
I do. It seems suitable. I believe I will kill you and all your men and take it.
You could. You surely could. But if you did all that murdering and taking, who would be left to sail it?
Sailing a boat cannot be hard.
Well, if it wasn't hard, then why would sailors exist? Why would ships need crews?
You make a good point. But I've already made the mistake tonight of expecting humans to make decent decisions.
Perhaps you weren't offering them coins.
I'm not offering you coins.
Yes, you are. You are offering coins for my ship and our skills. And your word that the beasties won't eat any of my crew.
My word.
You've just said you've been disappointed by men making improper decisions. That leads me to believe that you're a man of your word.
You are a strange man.
I'm bored. Sailing with you, Sir Ford Master, will be many things. But I doubt it will be boring. Will you be coming aboard this night?
I am Isaac. What is your name, Captain?
Name? God knows forgot it long ago. Doesn't matter. I'm the captain. That's all you need to know and all you need to call me. Do I have your word, Isaac?
You do.
And your coins, I trust.
Oh, yes.
Then we shake hands as travelers who have made an agreement to sail together without threat or fear.
Agreed.
Or being eaten by beasties.
You will not be eaten by my beasties.
Excellent. Lads, we have guests. We sail for Genoa.
I have it.
What do you have?
The future.
Oh, I can't wait for this. She's been home 5 minutes and she's already carrying the future rolled up under her arm.
The future does seem very portable.
Well, it's the future, isn't it? You can't see it yet, so I suppose it can't weigh very much.
Your comedy act hasn't improved while I've been away. I had the cartographer in. Come and look at this. This is us. We have never been able to project our power west, too many strong nations. But if we look east, we see an entire region fractured and devastated by Dracula's actions. From here to Brayla. Our march from there to here defines a destabilized zone with no real power structures or organization.
That must be 800 miles of territory as the crow flies.
I want you to think of it as Great Asteria, a corridor nation.
You've gone mad.
The vampire groups in this corridor are hopelessly splintered and very likely decimated by the battle at Brayla. The humans are in complete chaos, hiding in villages and being picked up by abandoned night creatures loose in the field.
Oh wait. I think I see. It's a pen, isn't it? A pen for livestock?
That's right. We enclose this corridor with all the humans in it.
Morana's right. You're insane. How could we even police such long borders?
We lost so many soldiers at Brayla that I'm not even sure how we hold off an attack from our neighbors right now.
We have Hector, the Forge Master, in our cells. Hector can make night creatures. The otherwise useless little bastard can in fact create us a new army from the regiments of hell itself. And that is how we take control of the corridor and trap ourselves a flock of livestock that will keep us fed forever. That's the wonderful thing about humans. Leave a handful of them alone for 5 minutes, and they'll make more little humans. Self-replicating food. So, that's my plan. Take over a long enclosure of land, surround it, rule over it like the empresses of old, and drink all the humans forever. Brilliant, isn't it?
It's lunatic. Do you know what annoys me about it most?
What?
It's a really good idea. The moment is perfect. Your experience and all our intelligence tells us it's chaos from here to the Danube. We simply don't have the strength of numbers to make it work.
But we do have Hector.
We have a half-dead thing in the cell that will have no interest at all in helping you do anything.
He's quite pliable.
He was quite pliable once. And then you got him to betray his master, made him see all his goals destroyed, beat the shit out of him, and dragged him 800 miles on the end of a rope. I don't see him being happy to do you any other favors, Carmela.
She makes a fair point.
Maybe we could just torture him until he does what he's told.
Also, night creatures are loyal to their forge masters. We might just be giving him the opportunity to create his own army.
Let me handle it.
Really?
Streak is the fighter, Moran is the organizer. They both have a plan to deal with. Let me solve Hector.
Is this going to be like the time you found a spider with one broken leg, and you tore the castle apart looking for something small enough to make a splint out of?
No.
I suppose I'm awake now. Sorry?
Good boy.
Those smell so good. Can I take two?
Those are on me. Mr. Belmont, my, what a formidable beast you are.
Excuse me?
You're excused. I recognize, of course, the crest of the noble house of Belmont upon your fine tunic. Oh, well, this fine tunic that has in fact seen better days, hasn't it? Perhaps one of these local artisans might conduct some discreet repairs upon it, and perhaps even introduce it to the apparent mysteries of soap and water.
Who the hell are you?
Indeed. Hell. These are the conversations we must have. But first, allow me to formally introduce myself. I am the Count Saint-Germain. Doubtless your family told you stories about me?
My family were a little too dead to tell me many stories.
Oh, of course. The Purge. Great sympathies. Terrible crime. Well, I knew your family, and your family's sacred role in this country. I was curious as to what brought you to remote Lindenfeld, and such an entrance. Dragging a dead night creature behind your simple wagon, a flourish worthy of the royal courts of Europe. You are practically the Jesus of murder.
I have no idea what's happening right now.
Why are you here, Belmont?
What business is that of yours?
That remains to be seen.
I'm taking breakfast back to my partner. Thanks for paying. Nope.
Prior Salah. What a beautiful morning.
Saint-Germain.
I was wondering if you'd given more thought to my request.
You wish to enter the Priory? for reasons that escape me.
I had been told that some of your books had been damaged when night creatures struck the Priory. Further, that some of the books were in languages unfamiliar to you. And that you had no scribes.
And that much is true. Our one scribe was blessed with a quick death, and we didn't even have to bury all of him.
Because?
Partially devoured. Terribly considerate chap, really.
I have scribal skills and speak a great many languages. I can also survey your artworks. And I have knowledge of Dracula.
You do?
Further, I know that the Church had certain knowledge of Dracula for generations. And some of it likely resides in the books you cannot read or repair.
And what do you want in return?
Access to the Priory, to see its beauty and to add to my knowledge. I am but a humble scholar, and such things are the only riches I desire.
Let me be clear. I no longer have interest in the books of the Church. The Church killed Dracula's wife. We have what you might call a new understanding of our relationship to God. But new knowledge of Dracula and hell would be useful to us in our work. You may have limited access to the Priory so that you can search for it.
Limited how?
Limited. Do you agree?
I do. So agree, Prior Sala. Thank you.
It's done.
One question, if I may. What interests you so much about hell?
Dracula's wife is alive in hell. Dracula went from Brella to join her there.
Well, that was unusual. Still, finally, forward motion. I may yet triumph. Of course I will triumph. How could it be otherwise? I am immortal and glorious, and all these other people smell of piss.
Please.
I will not be hunted.
We are not hunting you. You are the Alcard.
The what?
We need your help.
With an arrow in my back.
He was going to cover me. I was going to come out to talk to you.
Really?
We have come a long way. Please, I need to know if he's all right.
If I wanted him dead, I would have aimed higher. If he wants to continue living, he should stop right there.
Please leave her alone. You are the Alcard, and we do need your help.
I am not the anything.
Adrian Tepesh. The Alcard. The anti-Dracula.
Just Alucard. Who are you?
I am Sumi. This is Taka. We hunt vampires.
Not you. Real vampires. The pursuit of our target became the pursuit of the castle.
And we only discovered yesterday that you live in it.
I didn't notice you yesterday. You're better than I thought. Who was your quarry?
Her name is Cho. We were slaves to her court in Japan. She left to become a general in Dracula's war. We were able to escape her court in that time.
We followed her here. We learned to track the castle.
If she was in the castle with Dracula, then she died at Brela.
Yes, but she's not the only vampire in Japan. We need more knowledge than we have to fight them.
We are looking for the castle. We had no idea how to find you. Ignoring for the moment the fact that I think you smashed all my ribs. This is a good day for us.
Alucard, will you teach us?
Teach you?
We are alone in this world, and we do not have enough power or knowledge to free our people of the vampire. You know things, and you have a knowledge famously contained within Dracula's castle. Will you teach us how to fight for the freedom of others?
Alone.
That's right.
Follow me. Do you know where you are?
Not really. That is Dracula's castle.
That's my castle. My father is dead.
Dracula is dead?
Yes. By my hand. And the hand of a speaker. And the hand of the last of the Belmonts. Under our feet is the Belmont Hold. Repository of all their knowledge. And there is my castle, containing all my father's knowledge. And up here is all of mine. We want to learn how to fight vampires and save your people.
More than anything.
It will be hard. You will have to unlearn much of what you know about the world and take on more than you ever imagined. I'm not going to start this if you're going to stop when it gets difficult.
We are committed. We will take all that you can give.
Well then, I think to pass on the secrets of the world and the true science, I think my mother would approve. Now we are not alone. Come on then, we begin.
Okay.
So, what's next?
Dunno.
I mean, I suppose we could take a break?
We could. Oh.
After finding the night creatures terrorizing the villages down the road from here.
And the fat thing living at the bottom of the last village as well.
And the creek toad monster hunting humans by the river ford?
The night creatures on the flying goats.
Flying goats. Now that was...
Disturbing.
Yes, disturbing.
They shot on a farm, Cypher. And their shit was on fire.
Yes, that was terrible.
Burning devil goat turds from the sky. You weren't going to say disturbing, were you? You were going to say fun.
Yes! Oh my god, so much fun!
You've gone insane.
Really, the most fun I've ever had in my life. This has been amazing.
And now?
Well, this is nice, I suppose.
You're bored.
Sleeping in a bed was nice. I mean, I'm not complaining or anything.
The bed was actually pretty good. I'm used to sleeping under trees.
Sleeping in the wagon is nice too.
Better than sleeping under trees.
See? So we should get in the wagon and roll on out of here. What?
Roll on out of here?
That's what we do. Belnades and Belmont. We roll out and hit the road and fight nasty hovering death goats that open their flaming bowels upon the innocent.
Belmont and Belnades.
Belnades and her dancing bear? I never liked goats. Horrible eyes. Do you know that some people have sex with them?
So I've heard. Shall we buy some food for the road?
Really?
Yeah.
Because we're having fun, right?
I admit it. I do. You and me. We're doing good things, and it's been pretty far from boring. But also, Lindenfeld is starting to give me the creeps.
Do you think they really worship Dracula?
They do. Would you both please accompany me? For tea?
I like tea.
I don't.
All right. Who exactly are you?
I am Saifa Belnades, a magician of the Speakers. This is Trevor Belmont, of House Belmont, fighter of demons.
You could have told me that yesterday.
The local monks made me think that perhaps our names shouldn't be said out loud. Since they apparently love Dracula and, well, we
killed him.
Really? How interesting.
Really?
Oh. Oh. You're a speaker magician. And you're really the last Belmont?
In the flesh. What do you want?
Well, now I want to know how you're even alive. But what I need to know is what's going on in the Priory. I run the town, but my power stops at the Priory's door.
The place is apparently full of lunatics. What do you need to know?
Lindenfeld was hit by a pack of night creatures. On a carefully organized town. My men-at-arms wipe their weapons in salt and shit.
Salt on the blade, it's very good. And shit to make the wounds sick. That's old army tactics.
Lindenfeld has always defended herself. There are reasons why this is more than a wide spot in the road, Belmont. It was quiet for so long. I couldn't imagine even a single monster could have killed everyone inside so quickly. It wasn't killing them. It was talking to them. A while later, the monks came out with blackened pieces of the creature. I couldn't tell you if the pieces added up to the entire beast. They couldn't stop crying. Not one of them. They just looked, well, broken. None of them could speak a word. I just dropped the remains on the street and went back inside. The next day, it began. The people of the town wanted to give thanks for God's mercy, and Sala wouldn't allow them into the Priory's hall. A few days later, the first stranger arrived, looking for the Priory. A priest, covered in blood. Couldn't stop shaking. Pissed himself in the market square, dagger in his hand. The monks took him in. It's been happening every few days ever since. I need to know what happened. I need to know why the Priory in my town is attracting damaged, frightening people. I have a community to look after here. I need to know what's going to happen. When you arrived last night, I took you for adventurers who might take a chance for a fair payment.
Adventurers.
But you are a speaker, and you are a Belmont. You are heroes to this country and its people. I believe you will help me because these are dangerous times, and it is the right thing to do, and because I think this is what you like.
We're not heroes, Judge. Well, I'm not. She is. But she's insane, as you may have noticed.
I have. That's why I said I think you like this. Also, I don't normally flatter people because it's so much easier to have them flogged in the square until they do as I damn well tell them. But the monks are armed. Their forces now match my men-at-arms. All of the town and their capabilities are known to the Prior. You have the advantage of anonymity.
I'm not looking at you, Safer.
You're going to.
Nope.
You like looking at me.
I'm not going to...
Because if you do, you'll crack like an egg.
Yes. Well, at least he offered to pay our rent while we're here.
Investigators!
I have brandy. You know brandy. Fire and wine. Do you partake of alcohol?
I do not.
Thought so. Muslim?
Sufi.
The spinning around kind or the self-flagellating kind?
The latter. Or I was.
Well, I imagine it hurts. It can't be blamed for stopping.
It's not pain, as you understand it. I've been hit by people. It's not the same thing at all. It brings clarity. It stills the body and frees the mind to focus.
So why did you stop?
I don't know. I'm too angry. I cannot find myself. I cannot pray. I cannot see God.
Tell me the story, Isaac. The night is long and sailors like stories.
I was a member of Dracula's court.
Dracula? Oh, this should be good. Dracula, the Vampire King? Dracula, who wants to kill everyone in Wallachia?
Everyone in the world. All the humans.
Including you.
I assumed that eventually this would include me, yes.
So working for Dracula was like suicide the long way round?
Perhaps. I find the human race worthless, and I suspect a fresh start would be good for the world.
Present company accepted, of course. So, you were planning on killing everyone in the world. I knew you wouldn't be boring. I cannot, however, fail to note that I am still here. And you're not in Wallachia. What happened?
His castle was attacked. Dracula threw me to the desert through a magic mirror to save my life.
That don't sound like someone who wants to kill all the people of the earth.
He was confused. He was grieving. There were other vampires conspiring against him. And they were aided by the other human in the court.
He was certainly confused. And also betrayed. He just can't get the stuff anymore. Believe me, I know. You should talk to some of the freaks I have on my crew. And now you're sailing back to Europe to find Dracula?
I believe he's dead. I have other reasons to return. I was given this by a man in Tunis. It showed me that the other human in the court is being kept prisoner by one of the vampires who schemed against Dracula.
That's a nice gift, though.
The man who gave it to me said it was in exchange for saving him from hell when he died. After which the men-at-arms of Tunis attempted to drive us out because they were full of hatred and fear, like all people.
Did he laugh when he said it?
He did, actually.
Then it was a gift. I mean, can't you save people from hell?
I'm a forge master. I can take demons from hell and install them in dead bodies on Earth.
That's quite a trick.
It is a skill learned over many years. Vampires cannot do it. It requires a human connection.
Why? Vampires can't learn magic.
Not this magic. Hell is populated by humans who went against the will of God. But the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, says that one day hell will be emptied and its doors will rattle in the wind. Through my hand, God lifts the damned from hell in his mercy to enact their penance on the earth as my soldiers.
That's... Oh, I thought I'd heard every story, but that's new to me. And you learned how to do this.
I did.
And other things too, I'll mark.
I have some other skills.
And now you sail to Europe to exact revenge on the people who betrayed you, Dracula.
I do.
Where will you go?
Styria, home to Camilla, who rules that region.
And then what?
What?
Well, after you've had your blood, what will you do then? take up your Dracula's cause and kill all the people in the world?
I might.
Have you ever heard this maxim? If you don't have your own story, you become part of someone else's.
I have not.
That's because I invented it. You're welcome.
You saw that I have a knife, right?
Hear me out. Why live out a dead vampire story when you have your own story to tell?
Dracula's story, as you put it, is right and good. The human race is poisonous and corrupt and should be wiped off the world.
And yet yesterday, a man gave you a gift and made a joke. But all you really remember is the Port Authority trying to run you and your beasties out of town.
Do you deny our species is cruel, Captain?
No. I've been cruel. It's a cruel world. Maybe we do all deserve to die, but maybe we could be better too. If you kill us all, you end human cruelty, yes, but you end human kindness too. No more jokes, no more gifts, no more surprises. Why would a man with all your fantastic knowledge not use it to teach people how to be kind?
What?
Revenge is good. Bastards need punishing. But after you win, and you control the region, you become a ruler of a place, Isaac.
I do not.
You do. By right of conquest. You can lead, Isaac. Just like you lead your beasties up there. What could your rule be like if you just taught people?
I would like more water.
Then you shall have it, Isaac the Forge Master. My gift, given freely.
I need a chair. I also need you to leave before I decide to kill you for keeping our guest in such a manner. Run.
Was that for my benefit?
What?
Telling the guard off for doing his job. So that I'll think you're sympathetic. So that I'll like you.
Why would you think such a thing?
Vampires. You like to play with your food.
Oh, Carmilla does, certainly. Striga just kills her food. Orana tortures hers for information on where the rest of the food is.
Who are they?
They're all in council. Carmilla is Queen of Styria, but we rule as a quartet. Marana is the organizer. Striga is the warrior.
Huh. And you?
The diplomat. I'm Lenore. It's a pleasure to meet you, Hector.
If you three do all that, then what does Carmilla contribute?
You've met Carmilla. She's the spark. We see the present. She draws down the future. We're the body and she is the dream.
She's the nightmare.
Would you like something to eat?
No. I like my rotten meat with maggots. It's soft, with extra goodness in it.
Oops. Sorry. Must look like blood, mustn't it? Would you like one? Come on. There.
What's your name again?
Lenore,
Thank you, Lenore.
I seem to have some roasted chicken here. I'm afraid there are no maggots on it. I can call the guard and ask him to get you some sprinkles.
That's quite the picnic you have in there. I never think of vampires as eating food.
Oh, we eat. It's the blood that gives us our essential nourishment, of course. You've probably seen a lot of that, having lived in Dracula's court. But we enjoy all the good things of life. It'd be silly not to, wouldn't it? Otherwise, well, why live forever if you're not going to live well? Piece of chicken? It's all right. I'm not here to cause you any more harm. Let's just have something to eat and talk.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Hector.
I know I can't kill you, but you call the guard, tell him to unlock this fucking door, or I will rip your fucking throat out and break your fucking neck. And we'll just see how fucking well you live.
My fucking throat? Well, wasn't that fun? I'm a diplomat, Hector. I make peace. Carmilla thinks you're a useful idiot at best. Striga wants to kill you when she thinks about you at all, and Marana wants to torture you, not to get information out of you, just because she finds it calming. I make peace, and because of that, people think I'm soft. People think I'm weak. You won't make that mistake again, will you? Fetch. Good boy.
Don't look at those. Sumi. Taka. I'm just getting used to saying names again.
How long have you been here on your own?
Years. Or possibly a couple of months. So, you've seen the parlor's condition of my new home?
It wasn't what we expected.
Well, there
was a small battle. It must have been a legendary battle.
Mostly just desperate and sad.
What exactly happened to the mechanism that moves the castle?
She melted it.
Never mind. So you were part of the court of this vampire you called Cho.
Yes. In northern Japan. Far from anywhere. We all lived in her secret fortress. Trapped in her fortress.
We were given to Cho's hidden court as children. It amused her to have a human honor guard. Not that she needed guarding. Sometimes, it was her pleasure to have us allow a hunter to pass through her ranks and into the court.
This was how it was. Every day. Some new horror. Some new punishment. Some new boastful exercise of her complete power over us. Every day was slavery. Every day was death. And we had to watch it all.
Cho was ancient and arrogant. She had lived forever where no army could reach her. No superior power could end her. We just watched and learned.
We spent years studying how she lived, studying how she fought. We learned from her every victory, memorized her every weakness. Our lives became nothing but the development of plans to end her.
We read her books and listened to her legend, and wished only for the chance to free our people from her teeth. And then she left, summoned to Dracula's war court.
We killed all her guards and freed the people of the hidden court within days. But Cho was always going to come back. So we left to hunt her.
Because if she returns to the court, it will begin all over again. If she's truly dead, then other vampires will eventually take her court over. And our freedom will mean nothing.
We need a friend, Alcard.
You need instruction. Perhaps one or two new weapons? Maybe learn a little magic?
Magic? Really?
Magic. What do we think?
What do we think?
It's always the same. Carmilla always has a scheme.
She's a dreamer, Striga.
No. It's never, gather round, girls, I have a dream to tell you about. It's arms waving in the air and vampires and sisters, I have a scheme. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. But she did get us here. It's because of Carmilla that we got to fall in love in a fairy tale castle.
Oh God, Morana. You sound like Lenore. Is it still romantic if I'm sick on your hair?
Shut up. It's been amazing, and you know it.
Yes, I admit it, all right? It's been amazing. But I also remember how hard it was to get here. You and Carmilla only see the present and the future. I can't shake the past.
Neither can Carmilla. She still has nightmares about the years before she killed the vampire who turned her. She doesn't forget, Striga. She just looks ahead.
But taking and controlling an 800-mile-wide corridor of land?
It's big.
Big scheme.
Big dream.
Fucking scheme. This is what she does. She pulls this stuff out of the air and expects the three of us to make it happen.
But can it be done militarily?
In theory, I need more intelligence from the territory.
But in theory, you said it'd be hard to police. I mean, would we have to throw a stockade around the corridor or...
Oh, no. The border would be entirely notional. It's a question of putting rotating sweeper patrols on the border, building watchtowers, taking towns and forming fortified camps to concentrate the humans in.
So you know you can do it?
Well, maybe. Possibly. But it would be hard.
Anything worth doing is hard. And just think, if we did this, you would be commanding the army of an empire.
What?
We would own and control the land from here to Brela, almost to the Black Sea. That's not a country or a region, love. That's an empire.
An imperial army.
Applying all the lessons from empires of old. If you can win the war, I can perfect the machinery of empire.
This is how she does it. The horrible bitch gets in our heads and inspires us to make her madness work.
Yes, it is. But imagine. Imagine an empire ruled by 4 women.
Vampires and sisters. Vampires and sisters, we have a scheme!
They may be crazy, but they're careful. Time to play the game. Be masterly, young man. Prior Sala, I thank you again for this opportunity and this insight into your fascinating new philosophy.
I wish you would stop talking to me like I'm insane, Saint-Germain. It's not like I am some demented child that will wet itself if you stop patting me on the head.
Well, I'm sorry?
Don't be sorry. Just be better.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Lovely place. Quite lovely.
This suffices. This is part of the library. You can start here.
Very original shelving method.
Yes, well, in the grand scheme of things, they no longer seemed necessary. But you persuaded me that there may yet be something worth in them. So, have at it.
Might I point out that your wall hanging is crooked?
I got knocked askew when our visitor arrived. It's not something we give too much thought to. He may even be pointing in the right direction now.
Towards hell, where the night creature came from, your visitor.
Why do we call them night creatures, Saint-Germain?
Well, because they only come at night, I suppose. Or it's a simple translation of a very long Prussian word.
But they bring light. And the very name Lucifer means light bringer.
Have you stopped believing in God, Briar?
Not at all. God created everything. God created hell. If God is perfect, then causing Lucifer to go to hell is his plan. The wisdom of hell and its night creatures is God's wisdom. Don't you see how it all begins to make a terrible sense?
It is indeed fascinating. Tell me, how did you arrive at that symbol to identify yourselves?
This, those of us who bore witness to the visitor wear it because he gave it to